In the annals of Greek mythology, few deities capture the duality of divine benevolence and unbridled chaos like Dionysus, the god of wine, fertility, revelry, and madness. To understand Dionysus is to step into a world where joy and despair dance together, where celebration can tip into frenzy, and where the line between divinity and humanity blurs. Dionysus was born of both mortal and divine lineage, a product of Zeus's union with the mortal Semele. His birth was as tumultuous as the life he would lead. Semele, tricked by the jealous Hera, demanded to see Zeus in his full godly form. Unable to withstand the sight, she perished in flames. Zeus saved the unborn Dionysus by sewing him into his own thigh, later giving birth to him. This unusual origin bestowed upon Dionysus a unique place among the gods, embodying both the mortal experience of suffering and the divine capacity for transcendence. As a child, Dionysus was hidden from Hera's wrath and raised among nymphs and satyrs in the wilderness. This upbringing, far from the structured halls of Olympus, shaped his character. Dionysus was a god of the untamed, thriving in the liminal spaces where society's order gave way to nature's chaos. It was in these wild places that he discovered the secrets of the vine, learning to cultivate grapes and ferment their juice into wine. This gift, he believed, was not merely a beverage but a medium to bridge the mortal and the divine, offering joy, release, and a glimpse of the eternal. Dionysus wandered the earth, sharing the art of winemaking and spreading his cult. His followers were a motley assembly of the disenfranchised, the marginalized, and those seeking liberation from the constraints of society. Among them were the Maenads, frenzied women who worshipped him with ecstatic dances, and the satyrs, half-human creatures embodying the primal forces of nature. Together they formed a raucous retinue, bringing both joy and upheaval wherever they went. The joyous side of Dionysus was manifest in his festivals, the Dionysia, which became cornerstones of Greek cultural and religious life. These events were marked by theatrical performances, processions, and communal feasting. Wine flowed freely, dissolving barriers of status and fostering a sense of unity. In these moments, Dionysus was the bringer of ecstasy and inspiration, a god who reminded mortals of the sweetness of life and the power of collective celebration. But the other side of Dionysus's nature was never far behind. The same wine that could inspire joy could also unleash madness. This darker aspect of the god revealed itself in tales of those who resisted his influence. One such story is that of Pentheus, the king of Thebes, who scorned Dionysus and sought to suppress his cult. Pentheus's downfall began with his refusal to acknowledge Dionysus as a deity. Seeing the growing influence of Dionysus among the people of Thebes, he declared the worship of the god illegal and ordered the arrest of Dionysus's followers. The god, disguised as a mortal priest, allowed himself to be captured and brought before the king. Pentheus mocked him, dismissing his warnings about the power and inevitability of the divine. In a display of cunning, Dionysus manipulated Pentheus by appealing to his curiosity. The god suggested that Pentheus witness the secret rites of the Maenads for himself to truly understand what he sought to destroy. Consumed by his hubris and an eagerness to confirm his authority, Pentheus agreed. Under Dionysus's guidance, he disguised himself as a woman to blend in with the frenzied revelers. This act, intended as a means of surveillance, became his undoing. When Pentheus reached the mountains, he was overwhelmed by the wild abandon of the Maenads. As he hid among the trees, the women, driven by divine frenzy, sensed an intruder. Dionysus, in a final act of vengeance, revealed Pentheus to the Maenads as a threat. Their perception clouded by madness, they mistook him for a wild beast. With terrifying ferocity, they tore him apart limb by limb, his own mother Agave, delivering the fatal blow, believing she was killing a lion. This tale of Pentheus, is a stark reminder of the peril of denying human nature. For to reject it is to deny the chaotic primal forces within oneself. Pentheus's tragic end underscores the dangers of hubris, underestimation of pack mentality, and the catastrophic consequences of failing to acknowledge the duality of human nature. This duality, joy and madness, creation and destruction, is central to Dionysus's character. He is a god who offers liberation but demands surrender, a deity who embodies the ecstatic and the uncontrollable. His followers, in their frenzies, experienced both the bliss of communion with the divine and the terrifying loss of self. In this way, Dionysus served as a mirror to humanity, reflecting its capacity for both profound connection and utter chaos. Dionysus's influence extended beyond his cult, shaping Greek culture in profound ways. The theater, born from Dionysian rituals, became a space where the complexities of human existence were explored. Tragedies and comedies alike were performed in his honor, their themes often echoing the duality of his nature. The masks of theater, one laughing, one weeping, are fitting symbols of the god who embodied both. In art and literature, Dionysus was depicted as both a youthful, effeminate figure crowned with ivy and a wild, bearded reveler wielding a thyrsus, a staff entwined with ivy and topped with a pine cone. These contrasting images capture the essence of a god who defies easy categorization. He is the liberator and the destroyer, the joyous and the terrifying, the mortal and the divine. The legacy of Dionysus endures, his stories resonating with timeless truths about the human condition. He reminds us that life is a delicate balance of order and chaos, joy and sorrow. To embrace Dionysus is to embrace the fullness of existence, to revel in its pleasures and confront its darkness. He is a god who offers a taste of the eternal but warns against the hubris of overindulgence. In the end, Dionysus is not merely a god of wine and revelry, but a symbol of life's inherent contradictions. He is the laughter at the feast and the madness in the wild, the vine that nourishes and the frenzy that consumes. Through him, the Greeks saw the beauty and terror of existence, the eternal dance of creation and destruction that defines the human experience. The lesson of Dionysus is clear: to live fully, one must embrace both the joy and the chaos of life. Order and structure have their place, but so do spontaneity and relaxation. By acknowledging and respecting the forces of nature within and around us, we can find harmony. Denying our primal instincts or indulging them recklessly leads to ruin, but balancing them with wisdom brings a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world.
If you seek wisdom, why not get it from a god? Subscribe to learn our lessons, and thank you for watching. Lessons from the Gods.